This is our continuing Platinum Trophy playthrough for GreedFall, and this is the first episode of what you've all been waiting for, the extreme difficulty playthrough. So let's get started with it. In the second playthrough, we're going to be in extreme mode, as I mentioned. So let's pop down here to extreme, right there. Um, and this time we want to choose a male character because we have one romance option left, which is with Afra. And we need to get that trophy knocked out. Um, please note that in the extreme difficulty, don't get as much experience points from killing things. So the best way is to continue to knock out as many quests as possible, which I will show you. Um, again, choose a play style that is most comfortable for you. I'm going to be showing you how to get through this as a mage.
Could you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
Okay, so here we are. So let me make some more comments before I finish out the character creation at this point. So our goal for this playthrough, we need to arrive at the end of the game actually missing a few of our allies. Um, and then we're going to do there's two endings we have left. The good ending, which you've seen a number of times already, um, and then the bad ending. However, so that we don't have to fight the final boss twice, for the second time we'll run the game setting down to easy to finish that out. As far as companions, we only need to complete Afra's quest fully so that we can romance her. But we are going to work on getting Ciara up to friendly so we can get some free vigor and um, as well as getting Vasco up. That'll help us as well. You can do Petrus if you would like, do some of his quests. I recommend doing as many as you feel comfortable with to get the build to where you would like. That's important. The one we aren't going to do is Kurt, actually, because part of how the story goes, we need him um, not to be our friend. So uh, let's go ahead and get started with this. We are going to pick a male, and you can pick any of the presets you want. I have no idea. These are so light; they're like vampires to us. But let's roll with the face one. Hair. What are we rocking for hair here? Pretty straightforward dude hair. I don't know about all that. Go around, you get all the choices. Let's just go with this one. Facial hair, we probably won't go with. I don't usually all the sideburns. Oh, let's do something like this. What do you say? Too washed out. Okay. Starting class, again, magic, as I told you before, that's what we're going to build on, and I will point you in what we're trying to do, which is Shadow Burst and Storm. Those are going to be the two big powers we're going to work on first before we get to Shield of the Enlightened. And for this, we want to build our mental power as quickly as we can. We get 1 point, so boom, we'll put it right there. Mostly because we need to use the best rings possible in this one, so we need to get to them quickly, which is gained by bumping up the mental power. Then we'll build up willpower that infuses our reserves, our mana reserves. And then I'm going to show you an option where you can go with endurance, because there's a pretty good legendary set we can get early if you have 2 points in endurance. And you may want to go that way just for the armor, even though that's not the play style. And then for us, although charisma is nice in the beginning, and so is lockpicking, vigor is important too. It's one that allows you to recover hit points and magic outside of combat and not have to use potions. So in the early area, because we want as decent as gear we can find, we're going to start with lockpicking level 1, but then we're going to quickly switch over to vigor and start pushing vigor through. So that's the starting point. But after lockpicking level 1 here, then it's going to be all about the vigor and the charisma, just as it was before. So this is the character we're going to roll with.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish this.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
All right. So let's follow the quest here. Say goodbye to our mother.
Hey! Green blood. Cut. And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
So let's get into inventory right away and check what we have. Because you're given gear right in the beginning, so you want to put on all the newer gear. So we don't have firearm skill, so we can't load that one. And then, whoops, he got us on that one. Just about dodging. That'll be 3 out of 3. one more time and you're good.
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No, thanks all the same. I've quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that, thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantin. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantin together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
So I went ahead and told Kurt that we didn't need to go through the combat basics, but if this is your only playthrough and you're starting on extreme difficulty, you may want to do that so that you get some of the combat basics down. Or if you're a little rusty, feel free to do that as well.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
All right. So now we can get on with the bulk of the game. And we got a new hat. So if you're paying attention, you want to add gear as soon as you can get it. This gives us plus to our intuition, which is going to be important as we go forward. And we already did the blacksmith gloves, which give us craftsmanship. Let's just go out here and talk with Kurt real quick.
Kurt. It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantin first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Okay, so there's Kurt. We're going to add him to our team. He's, as you can see, a melee master and can wear heavy armor. So we need to make sure as we go through, we put him in the best armor as possible to be helping us out. So we'll go ahead and add him to the team, confirm the team, and there we go.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits
So
to the
first thing we want to do
ambassadors
is
of
loot
Delay
up
and
around
Bridge
the
Alliance
city
before our departure.
like we did
Their dwellings
before.
are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well.
So down this alley to the right,
You think
there's,
Constantin will be waiting for us next?
as a reminder, there's some
I don't
combat
know,
down here.
but it's certainly worthy of inspection.
So because it's very early on and we don't have much skills, sneak attacks are the best thing to bring with you if you can. So we're going to sneak up on this guy and then back here there's a couple more guys. We will not be able to sneak attack them.
To my help, and death to the others!
And we loot him as well for more gold coins.
To my help, and death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a pot. Move away.
And there we go. Kurt finished him off for us. So you can see how helpful your companions are. Now we have gold coins and health potion ammunition. Old leather coat. See, it has better resistance for us, but we don't need to worry about that at this moment. So you can see the game auto-saving for us. You're going to want to save a little more often. Sometimes I forget to do it, but I would advise you every time you think of it or every time you complete a combat. Or you loot something worthwhile, make a save. Oh, thought there was one back there. And again, I'm just searching for all the loots up here that we can get. And then there's the other one. And you can see all the unknowns. This is the Coin Guard quest, and these are the 2 embassies we need to talk to. The best ring in the game comes from early in the game, comes from being friendly with these guys. Also, the best neck, the Thélème embassy. So we will be working on our factions. Again, the quest will help us level up, give us more options, which is what you should be working on all the time anyways. It's been a moment since I've been in here, in Old Serene, as the case may be. Okay, and up these stairs we'll have another combat. We hope to sneak up on these guys. Again, stealth attacks are going to be your best friend. I advise getting the attacks done and then coming back for the loots. And that's a good sword if you are in a doing a melee build. That's the way we didn't come down. If you come down that way, gives you easier access to there we go with the loot. Easier access to sneak attack those guys. And there should be one left over here to deal with. Alright, so there's a couple of combats out of our way. Definitely remember that there's something down this side passage over here. Alright, now we should be free from combat for the moment. And as we're working on the knot quest, you'll remember we'll spend a lot of time going in and out of this house right here. So there's the chest. Loot it. Because unlike the easy playthrough, we're going to be spending quite a bit of money trying to upgrade our gear as we go. We are not going to be stingy by any stretch of the imagination on spending the money. So first let's go in here and deal with the first faction, which is the Thélème faction.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir DeSardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantin and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you.
Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
Okay, so I mean, there's lots you can ask about here, but we've already did it in the early game. If this is the first time you've played through, go ahead and ask all these questions. For us, we're done with that, so we're
I
going to
must be
go ahead
going.
and leave.
Farewell, Excellency.
And
May
as we
the light guide you, DeSardet.
And as we go through these conversations, pretty soon I'm just going to start fast forwarding through them all, because I'm going to presume that you've been following the whole guide through all the way, and that you know what these conversations are like from the first playthrough that we did that's on easy. Grab all the loots everywhere you can find it.
Your Excellency.
Lord DeSardet, I have been told that you were named legate. Those are, but you will bring.
I thank you.
So
My
here we
cousin
go, like I
Constantin.
mentioned,
I
I'm
had
just
no
going to
idea.
blast through
Well,
these.
then,
Please feel free to
Please,
take your
good luck
time
to
if
your
this is your
cousin
first
Michael, who
playthrough,
seems slightly
or if
hesitant.
you want to go through with
Please, tell me what
these
troubles you.
on your own.
a rather.
Do people actually?
Alas, yes. As you can well.
This vulgar
In any city.
I shall see what
I thank you. The man.
And
I need
we
to be
will
going.
leave.
Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord DeSardet.
So both factions have now given us a quest mission to help them with. And as I recall, there's no more loot back here. Let me check to be sure. Yep. All right, so we can. And you may be wondering about spending all the time doing all this that I'm doing, but I like to get off on the best foot possible for the extreme playthrough, so grabbing everything I can in the beginning, I find to be helpful. Does give you some coinage some ducats, dinero, whatever you want to call it, to help you get a good start going. So let's go over here. We're going to talk to this merchant right here. Before we do so, I'm going to make our first save. So let's go to save. And we have a lot of other saves right here. You can see there's a whole bunch in here. And you can overwrite them. I'm going to delete them out later. So first thing I'll do is I'm going to start completely new saves here, so that we can track them by date and difficulty. So there you go. We want to save before we talk to him because we want to not fail on our charisma intuition checks with this dude.
Good day, good sir.
You can start.
In fact,
They're asking.
He's just at the...
This is in a...
I'm so...
Why don't we go and solicit up?
When we've already... If these things do know...
Your master has apparently asked...
That's right. And so he must have...
I'll be down.
Sorry, Captain.
Following order.
This whole... You're demanding...
I'm not the one.
This stubborn...
Okay, so we have intuition, which we can offer a bribe, and that works. Or we can try charisma or threatening him. So let's just try charisma because we don't want to spend the money.
I don't think you understand.
And let's see if
your lord
this is
fearing
successful
our
or
cause
not.
regrettable. You know.
But I'm only...
That is a shame. I order you to... Unless you'd rather...
I beg your pardon, sir.
That
but you are not
failed.
my master. Moreover,
So we
Whatever
knew
it
that
is,
was
it's
likely
your
to
business.
happen, which is why
We shall return. See you soon.
we made the save. So now we'll spam the save. Load. And make sure you don't pick the autosave. You're picking the save you made. Because the autosave is from the failure, which is not what you want. You do not want to reload your failures, only your successes. All right, you can definitely learn from your failures, but you want to be successful. And while this is loading up, don't forget to friend and follow us on Twitch. Much appreciated as we get you through this extreme difficulty playthrough of GreedFall on your way to the Platinum Trophy.
Your master...
Sorry.
Why don't we go...
When we... If they...
This... Your demand...
This stubborn...
And
I
we'll
don't
try
think
the
you
charisma
understand.
again.
Look, I order you... Unless...
I beg your pardon, sir, but you are
Failed
not
again.
my...
So,
Whatever.
you're... We shall return. See you soon.
So we'll load again. Now, if you want to go ahead with the failure, or if you want to spend the money for a bribe, go ahead and do that. Feel free to play the game exactly how you want. I'm not telling you how to play your game. I'm just here to guide you through an extreme difficulty playthrough. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button. Doesn't cost you a thing. And subscribe to the channel. We'll continue to bring excellent content. Also, I'm looking for some input on what the next thing should be. Whether we should jump into the Mass Effect trilogy, the Legendary Edition that is coming out in a couple days, about a week or so, or if we should jump back into Dragon Age Inquisition and finish that one out from where we were
Good day, good
before.
sir.
You... This... Your master has...
So feel free
Why don't we go
to
and
let
solicit-
us know in the
This
comments
stubborn...
or in chat if you're there with
I don't
us.
think you understand. Look, I order you... Unless you'd rather... Now that's a
There we go,
wise...
successful.
You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
Okay, so now that you're successful, go ahead and save. It's early in the game, so just go ahead and overwrite the other one. You'll be fine. And let's take a look at the quest now. So let's work on the side quest. And we'll continue on this one. So let's go into stealth mode. There's combat that can happen right here. And you can't sneak attack all three. If you're quick, you can sneak attack this one that's on the patrol. Wait until she comes around the corner here. I got jammed up right there. So we got one in.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Shot us even though I was around the corner. So load the last save game. Should have probably run up on him and attacked him with our alternate weapon. But this is extreme difficulty, so should probably preload some settings on the D-pad for us. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully I won't have any more combat failures. Potions, we have 6 of them. Let's... Okay, that one's bound now. For now, let's bind stasis to the top one. Okay, and let's see if we can get away with a stealth.
To my help, and death to the others! Careful, Greenblood! You're...
Wow, 0 for 2. Not doing a good job of showing you guys how to get through this successfully. But that's the early part of the game here. It's a little bit tough. So stasis, let's bind that to the top.
To my help, and death to the others!
So they reset because I backed up too far. But it's in a better position for us now. Won't try and pick off the first one until they walk away that way.
To my help, and...
Wow, one shot killed us? That's just not good. What the hey? All right. This is, you guys are probably laughing at me now, but yeah, this is not the best start in the world. Let's see, they're in their original positions. Let's kill this first one.
To my help, and death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink the potion.
Even though I stasised one, I still got my ass handed to me. All right, no more deaths. What do you guys say? No more deaths, no more failures here.
To my help, and death to
Oh,
the others!
we're in trouble already. Let's see if we can get a reset on them. Let our armor come back and our health come back. You can see our armor filling in slowly. All right. Let's try this again. Don't see that they're in particularly good position for us to stealth kill any of them. Let's see if we can turn the corner on this one.
To my help, and death to the others! You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away.
And Kurt finished them off. So I switched to triangle attack, which is the melee magic attack, which worked a lot better than trying to get them from at range. And the key thing again, we want to take down the ranged guys first.
Citizens of Serene, come to me. You won't regret this miraculous.
Make sure we got everything picked up from this side. And this is the new quest over here. I'm gonna make a save now that we've died a bunch of times to those other bastards so that we don't have to worry about it again. And we will do the charlatan quest here. So that's this one. And the guy's right over here.
Come closer now. Good citizens, I present.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His
Ah, you're fine. In this.
Are there any nasty?
Darren.
Will you drink?
Oh, that.
Come. Nothing.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
All right, and his cart is around the back side. So around the back we go. There'll be some more combat over here. So you can see early on, our health is not going up. If you had Vigor, it would be going up out of combat. So we can check the new gear we have. We won't have anything that's better than what we're using already. But just to take a look. So right now we want the loot chance up. We don't face a lot of elemental or poison in the early part of the game. So this neck heals, well, regenerates our magic because we picked magic. You see now the hats are an improvement. We can jump over here. We haven't picked up any other rings, and nor have we picked up a weapon we can use other than this worn spiked hammer. So there we go again. I'll pop a save, just so we don't have to go through the conversation with the charlatan again. So there's going to be a lot of this. This is extreme difficulty again. So a reminder, probably the way you want to do it. Too close to the wall, I can't move forward. Hopefully this guy walks away from us. He just walked over there, so. Let's turn this way and see if we, whoops.
Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Broke your armor! Be careful! Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded! You're running out of energy! Drink a potion!
Oh, let's stop and heal up. And hopefully Kurt takes care of that guy. There he goes. All right, little dicey there. Level 2 just in time. In this back area, let's loot up. And then pick up these items for the quest. Remember the orange spotlighty items or highlights or bubbles, whatever you want to call them, are quest related. So it looks like we got a better weapon, and we are improving our skills. Let's zoom in some. So we're gonna, the key is getting to Storm and getting to Shadow Burst. So we're gonna start up this side. So this will increase our magic damage, which is the first thing we can do at this point. And then we can jump over here. So this blunt war axe doesn't hurt damage as much, but we don't have, or armor as much, but we don't face that much armor, so we'll go ahead and equip this. You can see it has 2 spots for us to upgrade. In this one, there is 1 upgrade already that we can strip out. So that's our B weapon now. And then we got a bunch of other stuff that's common that isn't any better than what we have. So let's go back and talk to the charlatan now.
Have you finally made up?
I happen to have a... Would you...
This-
you
and
count this one.
Yes, damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave.
So you can see he went right ahead of us right over there into the inn.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever
So before we go in there, I'm just going to loot a bunch of stuff here.
Serene.
Okay, this is the coin barracks where we need to talk to the guy about the weapons. which we dealt with not too long ago with the merchant, so we know about that one already. All right, nothing here. This is the way to get another quest, which we'll work on later, if you may remember. There is an advantage to going and rescue your cousin right away, Constantin. It gives you another companion to help you in these fights. And maybe with as much as I'm getting my butt kicked, you want to do that.
Sir DeSardet, Captain. Excellent. The port of I would.
Okay, so now we just need to load the cargo. You can see all the rest of these doors. By the way, you can't get through. But this one in the back you can. And then you can come out to the yard out here, which there'll be some looting from. And you can go over right here. And again, we'll make a little loop around, doing some looting, and then we'll go deal with the charlatan. Again, you can help yourself out a little bit by putting points in firearms. Gives you another ranged weapon to use. Another ranged attack, I should say. Obviously, it's a weapon. Firearms. All right.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
So there's some gold coins. We'll talk to the other dude in a little bit. For now, we'll keep going this way. Lockpicking level 1. So now we have the innkeeper's key. So you can get out the back this way right here, which we have the key for, or if you have lockpicking level 2, which we do not. Now we'll go upstairs and talk to the charlatan. Couple metal dowels, good for us. And a furthering of the quest. And before you go into the room, which is in another spot, there's a key for the storeroom, which we just lockpicked. Lockpicking level 1 on this one. That's your only choice there. This is part of why I said to go ahead and grab lockpicking early on. Personally, I'm a fan of it. It allows you to get more loot early on. Okay, letter from the alchemist. Now we can talk to him.
You again?
Dr. Sahin.
I would.
Why does Sark? It is.
Talk to him all 3 times.
I don't.
You're
so.
And arrest him. Because you need some help advancing your relations with factions.
I'm sorry,
So.
but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough.
How unjust.
Alright, so you go directly back. Fastest way, so just do that. Jump you back and talk to the
Your
ambassador.
Excellency. I tracked down your Matt. He is hiding in a room. I just
Goodbye, Lord
So you got 50
DeSardet.
gold coin, your reputation goes up a bunch, which is helpful. And you can see we're almost to level 3 now. Which is all well and good. So let's take a look at our quest. So the smuggler and find a way to move the cargo, both are happen in the same area. And that's over here. They both happen down there. This is the area where your cousin is kept in the villain's den. So you may want to go ahead and get your cousin right away. Over here is a crafting table that you might want to use, and the merchant.
You'll find all you need in our selection. Whatever you need.
So for us, we'll quickly run back over here and we will talk to bartender after we pick up some more gold coins lying around.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you.
How is business?
Now,
I need to be off. Farewell.
goodbye.
Okay, so we don't have our cousin in line yet. So over here is a crafting table if you need to use it, which we don't yet. And if we pick up enough metal dowels, you won't ever have to. And that way you can hold on to many more of your components for crafting other things. And remember, this is the wall we jumped over from the old warehouses. Can loot this one. And we'll do a bunch of looting of the port quarter before we do all the not quests right here. Just to make sure we get this stuff out of the way. By the way, out of the way. We'll be talking to all these guys later. Balance potions, which can be somewhat useful on extreme difficulty, especially if you don't have the best armor for it. Some obsidian, that's a good pickup. All these conversations are coming later. Yep, there is lootable in there. Sailor's coat, which is helpful to us for when we talk to Captain Vasco. Yeah, and that's the big shark fin making all that noise.
Lively there, lads and lasses!
Apologies for my
So
asking.
skip the
Young governor
sequences.
with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope we should have no.
He must-
I done it's my I would like.
When did you see?
Been to but the
Does the boy?
other. I don't.
Have you seen anyone?
Take long as in the my.
Nothing to bother yourself about.
You said,
And so you know about.
of course. And they were making filth.
You haven't heard anything.
Did you mind that? Let's happy.
I have a favor to ask.
We will also.
Cap.
He's also
In that.
Okay, so we're asking about everything we can.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
So looking for what we can loot easy enough around here. There's the other one. Because the goal here is to get to level 4, which is the highest level you can get to before you leave New Serene. Or for New Serene.
But I still don't.
What will be your?
I had all your.
It's. I need to be leaving.
All right. So we knew one was there as well. We're looking for what else we can loot before we go and deal with the knots.
Captain, sir.
Okay, and before we go any further, we can go into our inventory now. And put on the sailor's coat. And we shouldn't have any trouble with the knots now.
Do you have any idea how to get in there without being noticed?
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in, unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
So in here is where we can talk to the smuggler. There he is.
Are you the smuggler? You can.
Yeah,
I'm
you.
I don't tell
That
they
if
must.
there's
Thank.
any.
I don't have the key.
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Okay, so he's all done. Over we go. And now we need to deal with the manifests.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
So Vicar's ring. That's going to be an improvement for us, which we'll switch in a minute. We're no combat. You can fight all these guys if you want, but it's not good for your reputation with the knots. And we're not trying to piss anybody off at this point. Some bunch more sailor's gear. If you wanted to be in the full outfit, some of it might be better. We'll take a look in a minute.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
So now we'll add the merchandise. There we go. And again, a reminder that for most of the quests, the or your growth, your leveling up is going to be tied to completing quests rather than killing guys. So it's not all that big of a deal. Oh, we need to go tell these guys to move. So you don't want to kill guys if you don't have to, just to make things, just makes things tougher on you. So at this point, you kind of just want to work on completing quests. Again, like last time, we'll go up, climb up. So if you don't have the sailor gear, you can sneak around up here. But we have the sailor's gear, which is the best way to do this. You can avoid confrontation, and you can get these guys to do what you need them to do later on.
Hello? The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can
Okay, so now you can go back and inform the porters, and then we'll go in there and deal with the heretics.
Well, now, can we...
The way, move.
Okay. So coin guard reputation improved. We'll go talk to the coin guard master in a moment. These guys are not our enemies either anymore. And a quick scurry around, make sure that we're looting everything we can loot.
In that, what is we for the? Tell me
we want
and
to in his
and this. Who are you?
That.
Did you try?
It served no. I beg.
So we'll just go ahead and arrest them because we want.
I am sorry for you.
To my help! And death to the others! To my help! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! Poor buggers. I understand them. Better to die weapon in hand than on a flaming pyre.
Now let's go and inform the Cardinal that their heretics are dead.
So let's loot them up. Blunt foil if it's a good weapon for you. All right, and out we can go now. Go directly back to the Ptolemy ambassador and talk to him.
Good day, Excellency. I was able to find a lad. I left.
So there we go. Some more money, reputation improved.
Farewell, Excellency.
May the light.
Level 3. And you'll take a notice that our health does not improve even though we leveled up. That does not happen in this game. We'll have to heal up or drink a potion on our own. So again, we'll take the next one. Because we're working towards Shadow Burst as quick as we can. So that's done. You can look through the so it says 8 and 6, 8 and 6, all kind of the same. This is less but more loot, and right now we're about the loot. So we'll put that one on until we get to the boss fight. So sailor gloves aren't as good as the goldsmith gloves. All these boots. You can see some of these have improved loot chance. But right now we're working on, we need the intuition. So novice ring. This has less stun but more fury generation, and it does more damage, so always take what does more damage. So we need to talk to the in New Serene, which we're not getting to, so we need to investigate. This one, we're way back in the beginning here. My bad. So make a right turn here. Boy, there's a little bit of drunk driving. So we're going to deal with the cabin boy mystery at this point.
Sir, you still haven't found your cousin.
Have no fear.
I'm still without...
So we asked all about these, but let's ask who his friends are.
As you wish.
Could you tell me anything?
They were very... I've also heard, but I wouldn't know it.
Be back soon, Captain.
Okay, so let's go talk to his friends, which we know are over here.
Good day.
That's what happy.
When did you last see?
2 days.
Did anything?
Maybe a tad.
Why would that?
Boy, I have.
What does Jones? Did he ever have one?
Never.
Does he know?
No.
Do you think he could? I don't know where to start.
No.
And you don't believe?
I like the itch. Here, yeah. I call back.
All right, that's everything to ask about the cabin boy. Let's go talk to the other friend, which is around the corner here.
Good day, sailor.
You took like I've been.
Were you a witness?
Yes, the other. And then, well,
why didn't you intervene? Did you report?
Unfortunately, the captain.
Did Jonas...
Mate?
Do you know...
No.
Why would...
Oh,
It's just that I... Did anyone else?
there was still I seem they're a kind of fellow now and again.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, that.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
Okay, so off to the tavern we go. So that we can talk to the bartender.
Tavern keeper.
The innkeeper.
I'm looking for a Nort.
A Nort?
According to...
A kidnap. I would have known.
Someone told me... Where might I...
Here. Anything else?
And you can ask him about Constantin too.
Whatever do you... I'm sorry. Head down to his...
I don't believe. I hope you've... A good half a...
Let me take a look.
If you can fix...
That's not a small sum.
Oh, the fun?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is go over here and fix this.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Okay, we'll repair
There
it.
you have it. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Okay, rather than paying for it, now you can talk to this guy about Constantin again.
Were you...
Yes.
That does...
I would hope.
Dangerous.
What kind of business?
Several. In any case...
Thank you for the information.
Off with you. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Okay, that helps us with Constantin. We can ask this guy about the kidnapping.
Who are you?
No, I'm looking... A young...
Yeah.
What can you... Tell me what...
They exchanged...
And after that?
It just so...
And I think I wouldn't have...
Who was the...
No, it was...
Where can I find...
He has a house.
Thank you.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
Okay, find and confront the kidnappers.
No idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
So we go back to the house I told you about in the early part. Let's skip around all this burning stuff right here. And then as you're going through, keep your eye open for any chests or boxes that reload, respawn.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a...
He is absent. Enter, please.
Okay.
Oh, I know. And he is...
He
has simply... Don't you see?
I am very... And then
Witness
the...
my...
What was your...
It is...
What are you...
It's this... You will...
Where might I find...
I cannot say... Until the Norts...
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Norts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Okay, need to learn more about the contracts. And I haven't forgotten that we do need to heal up. Oops, that's not a way out. This is the way out. So we need to go talk to Sir Dave Coulier. After we talk to Vasco about contracts.
Sir, you
have no fear.
I'm still without...
I spoke with...
Take in some cases, I would... What I never...
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us?
Okay, now we can go talk to Dave Coulier.
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
But I still don't...
I've had a
Who
they took
said children born, but from time to but
Do you mean he would?
what count break?
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Okay, so now we need to go back and talk to Lady Fontaine again. Which is fine with us as we zippity-doo-dah back to her house.
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
All right. So now we're dealing with the warehouse. Okay, let's go ahead and make a save. Overwrite our new Serene save on Extreme.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
So quickly run up here for any loot. Thought there was some, there isn't any. Down we go. Go down, oops, to the cellar, which was not that one, it was right here. Nothing over here to loot.
Sir DeSardet.
I've come. Would you be so kind? I looked into the contract. It was it. You should.
The prince will...
Her sadness.
You wouldn't...
You're not leaving me with a...
Very well. Take the key.
All children leave the nest one day.
So there we go, you avoid the combat. You could try the charisma route, but that's part of why we talked to Dave Coulier, so we don't have to worry about it. And then we open on this side so we can loot more lockpicking level 1. Open this side, open this side. Oops. And talk to the cabin boy.
Who are you?
You're
worried?
Yeah.
Okay, now we can go talk to Captain Vasco. Because we're zipping through these quests like we ought to be. Avoiding the combat that we ought to be because it's early on. And combat early on is not good for us. As you can see already, I got my hiney handed to me a couple times already. So let's go talk to Vasco.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style?
All right, and all kinds of stuff is getting lit up here in my real world. So after we do this, I will end the stream, even though we have to find Constantin. And I was going to actually end it before the boss fight,
So,
but
You still
have no...
Mike?
You do.
I do.
so there we go. That's all done. We're level 4.
Be back soon, Captain.
And here we go. So we'll move up again. Increases our chance for stun. So if you want some of the good armor, which we're actually going to give to Kurt, you could pick this right here. Endurance level move up, but for us, we need to increase damage, so we'll increase the mental power again. And then we will go ahead and make a save at this point. Thank you guys for following along. I got to take care of this real life stuff that's happening all around me right here, all these interruptions. And I will be back to finish up the old Serene part of the extreme playthrough with you guys very soon. Be safe out there, and this one was for Harls.